Hello, in this video we're going to be taking a look at the BlackBerry Z10 against some other smartphones in terms of their physical hardware size, so how they compare in size, weight and dimensions. So here is the Z10. Let's start with the Apple iPhone 4. So of course there are specification difference and physical screen size differences, but you can get the idea of what they look like in comparison if you wanted to make a judgment. So the Z10 is definitely wider and taller. Thickness, there's not an awful lot actually in it. Without comparing to the spec sheets, I would say they are nigh on identical, if not the BlackBerry, just fractionally slimmer. Can you see that there? Weight wise, not an awful lot in it. Probably the Z10 is slightly heavier. We've got the very popular Samsung Galaxy S3. And there we go, lining the two up. So you can see that the BlackBerry Z10 is actually the smaller of the device, fractionally in terms of width and a bit more in terms of the actual length there. Thickness, well, the S3 is much more curved, but you've got to actually consider the screen size is much bigger on the S3, and the actual profile size of the S3 isn't that much bigger, considering the additional screen size that you do get on the unit. In terms of weight, the S3 is heavier. Got the HTC One X, similar to the S3 in terms of size. Put them together, very similar overall. The One X just bulges slightly with the curved edges. Height wise, the One X again is just fractionally taller. Thickness, the One X wins really because of the curved design. Weight, very comparable, hardly any difference between the two. We've got the HTC X, so a Windows phone. You can see the sort of squarer edges on this one, so you can see how the BlackBerry wins on the edges because there's more curvature, but profile size very similar. The 8X is the thinner of the devices, helped again by the curvature of the sides. And in terms of weight, the 8X is heavier. The Sony Xperia S, so a much similar device in terms of the actual screen size. Now here we actually see is the BlackBerry very marginally is wider and fractionally taller too. Don't know if you can really see that there, but just fractionally, not any massive difference between the two. The Xperia S feels the heavier one there. And for comparison's sake, let's look at some older BlackBerries. So we've got a Blackberry Curve 8520 here, so you can see quite a big difference in terms of size. Of course this one has a keyboard but doesn't have a touch screen. Dwarfs it in terms of height. Not so much difference in the actual width. Thickness, the Z10 wins by a long way. Weight, the 8520 wins on that front. We then got the Blackberry Bold 9700 or the 9790, very similar profile between the two of them. Again, quite a big difference in terms of width. Height, massively different should I say, and then thickness is much thinner on the Z10. Weight wise, more comparable. I think the Z10 actually feels just fractionally heavier. And then lastly, got the BlackBerry Bold 9000, one of the original BlackBerry devices. This has a much wider profile that fits more in with the Z10. Height, there is a difference. You can see a curvature difference as well. Of course, you've got the physical keyboard and no touch screen. Thickness, there's no comparison. The Z10 is massively thinner. And then weight, the Bold 9000 is the heavier. So that's just a quick comparison of the BlackBerry Z10 against some other smartphones.